Guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have another video today on the US, again, having more meetings about what's going on with cryptocurrency and how they should act and what they should do. So Senator Elizabeth Warren urges Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to act with urgency regarding cryptocurrency regulation. So Senator Elizabeth, again, told Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen to develop a coordinated and cohesive regulatory strategy on cryptocurrencies. A letter penned by Senator Warren brought up the dangers posed by cryptocurrencies, noting how cryptocurrencies currently touch and could ripple through nearly every corner of the financial system, which she's not wrong. You know, with DeFi going on, that's everything that, finance and, fintech and everything like that. Everything that's going on is basically, it's just a better system for the people. There's no more of the, enslaving people due to payments and high interest rates and big banks getting rich, CEOs getting $1 million bailouts, and then the government giving banks bailouts. The people are tired of that, and that was the whole reason Satoshi Nakamoto made Bitcoin, because of everything that went on in 2008. It was just a joke, and it was just a slap in the face to the people. And now finance, digital finance, DeFi, decentralized finance is fighting back. So in the letter it says, I have become increasingly concerned about the dangers of cryptocurrencies posed to investors, consumers, and the environment in the absence of sufficient regulation in the United States. However, as the demand for cryptocurrency continues to grow and these assets become more embodied or embedded in our financial system, the Council must determine whether these trends raise concerns beyond investor and consumer protection and extend to the broader systematic vulnerabilities that can threaten financial liability. So you know how this regulation is going to come in. It's going to be for your protection. It's going to come in as, this can harm investors, this can harm consumers. But what they're really worried about is the latter part, their border systematic vulnerabilities that can threaten financial stability. So the FSOC should review this matter and determine whether it is appropriate to utilize its statutory authority to contain the systematic risk posed by growing cryptocurrency markets. So again, now she's trying to contain the systematic risk. And it sounds like some heavy regulation or a lockdown of crypto use in the U.S. That could spell bad news. I mean, you can imagine China's outlawed Bitcoin, and that usually has a decent effect on the Bitcoin price. But if the U.S., I believe like a lot of money, I don't know, how much really, I'd probably say a good 40% of the Bitcoin market is probably most likely U.S. investors. There's a lot more big money here. There's a lot of people in China and a lot of money there. But if not, it's almost 50-50 between China and the U.S. And that could really hurt the coin. So Warren sent a hearing with a hearing titled Cryptocurrencies, What Are They Good For? And so here Warren doesn't really even understand, what they're good for. They're for getting out from under control of the government. And then, of course, this is separate hearings were held on the central bank digital currency, and they also had another hearing on ransomware. So, this is another, again, the ransomware with the Bitcoin ransom, and ransomware where they wanted Bitcoin, and then also the central bank digital currencies, which is another thing. So now I think she's has a pretty valid concern, especially when Binance CEO cooperating with regulators to be licensed globally. So, the old system and the old system that protects the senators in the U.S. and stuff like that, now we have Binance stepping up. And Binance, trying to be licensed globally could almost be like another central bank. They could just start printing Tether and do their own bailout funds and everything like that. It's crazy, Binance, I feel like they're getting a little bit more of a bad rep, but their power kind of seems to be growing. They're really keeping up with the space. They're doing a good job of keeping along. A lot of exchanges kind of pop and they're big and they're popular, but then they kind of die off over the years. But Binance is really, I think, stepping up, and they're trying to go the long haul, which is good, because they hold a lot when it comes to Tether. So a lot of stability in the market comes from Tether. So Binance CEO, I'm not even going to try to say his name, says that we have been working closely with global regulators, to gain and maintain compliance. And then he tweets a little bit about it, but recently the Financial Conduct Authority, the FCA, issued a warning about Binance and banned it from conducting any regulated activity in the United Kingdom. This was, a couple weeks ago, everybody heard about this. They were not allowed to operate in the United Kingdom. Meanwhile, in the United States, Binance is being investigated for illegal or illicit activity that has allegedly found a home on this platform. We all know money laundering is going to happen. I mean, if it happens with cash, it's going to happen with anything. These money launderers need, something to facilitate transactions. And Bitcoin is just better than cash. It's crossed borders. It's crossed the world in an instant. And it is traceable. So, of course, they have to be careful with that. But that's obviously no risk to them. And during the conference, Zohan, we need to be licensed financial institution everywhere that we operate. And that Binance has taken a strong pivot. So I think before they were kind of outlaws, but now, they're trying to do it the right way. And I think that's good. I really do, because there's a lot of trust in Binance and there's a lot of money on there. One of the issues revolving around Binance not having established headquarters. So that's one of the main things. They were bouncing around a little bit, trying to dodge regulation. And the main issue they're having now is trying to find somewhere to establish a headquarters. He says that Binance is ready and willing to work with global regulators to find the best way to set a fair playing field. Consumer protection is important to us all. He concludes that we want to create a sustainable ecosystem around the blockchain technology. And that really seems correct. They're really trying to sustain and be able to go the long term. And it seems like a good business. I mean, it's helped out a lot of people make money in cryptocurrency, hold cryptocurrency, and buy cryptocurrency. And it probably helped a lot of people come out of poverty just being able to buy. Here in the U.S., it's not great that we can't get on there, but like I said, our government's trying to figure out what's going on and what to do about it right now. So that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you're still here, leave me a like, comment, and sub. Appreciate you watching. Thanks.